Good morning, this is Tom, the Lone Wolf Prepper. It is December 29th, 2023. This year is almost over. Anyway, a lot of people are going to be making videos on predictions and all this other stuff, what they think is going to come and stuff. Well, this ain't going to be one of those videos. This is going to be a video on what needs to be done this year by all of us Americans. You know, I made a video earlier about just defunding the government. Well, I know that's a practical impossibility. Well, there ain't no other choice anymore. I mean, this video is basically a call to arms. It is. We got to end this shit. It can't go on for another year. We can't even wait till the election, which is going to be fraudulent anyway. If anybody thinks that Donald Trump's going to win with the Democrats in charge now, are you kidding me? They could put Goofy on the ticket for the Democrats, and Goofy's going to win. He'll probably get 120 million votes. So the election's a non-factor, okay? We need to eradicate the cancer in this country. The Declaration of Independence says it all. We need new guards. We need to throw off this government. Show it, I mean, they're a bunch of beta males for crying out loud. Not like we're dealing with real men. We're dealing with beta males that are hiding behind real men. I mean, our schools are screwed. What they're teaching now in schools is nothing anyway. I mean, the education that I got, just my high school education, not counting my other education, but just my high school diploma, what I learned, and I took the advanced math and sciences class, trig, physics, calculus, biology, chemistry, and stuff, and I did rather well. But that's now basically equal to a 4-year bachelor degree out of college. I mean, I can't imagine a math professor in college sitting there teaching his class, and then he's like finding that a student is struggling, asking them why, and they don't know what 2 plus 2 is. But he got a high school diploma. You know, Albert Einstein had on the corner of his board, 2 plus 2 equals 4. One time, one of his students took offense to it and says, "Why do you have that there?" And Einstein said, "When 2 plus 2 don't equal 4 anymore, none of this anything we do here doesn't matter anymore." Boy, was he a genius or what? Because that's exactly what's going on. These kids, they're not getting an education, not like we did. I mean, when my kids were in school and stuff, and I'd walk into a classroom and watch the class, and there'd be 6 conversations going on. Well, the teacher was trying to sit there and do something on their new expensive boards. Really? And then we watch Little House on the Prairie, and I tell my kids that's how we sat in class, and they look at me like I'm goofy. Well, the kids ain't learning nothing. They're learning to be rude and stupid and how to run the newest app, and let's not even get into the transgender stuff they're learning. Okay, that's one thing. Our kids are being messed up. So if you're not willing to take up arms, you're basically looking at your kid and saying, "Oh, well, I don't care about your future because I believe what Biden said about your rights aren't absolute." And he got to be president. I mean, when he sat there and said 2 weeks before the election that we have created the most inclusive and extensive voting fraud organization in the history of American politics. Couldn't that be used against you in a court of law? I'm just curious, but that pretty much sounds like you're guilty. But just like with Hunter Biden, watch this rabbit. Anyway, I'm just going on about things that are screwed up. But we need to take our country back. All you vets that took that oath, you know, along with me, well, our duty isn't over yet. Okay? They think, you know, he wants to threaten us with nuclear weapons and F-15s and Hellfire missiles. Well, Dum-Dum doesn't realize that we can go and take over a base and do the exact same thing. Our military is a wuss. You know, they ain't got nothing protecting it. We need to take it back. This is Paul Revere saying the British are coming, the British are coming. No, the tyrants are coming. And they're not going to stop. I mean, I don't know how much more of this you can take. Why do I got to do video while I'm working? Oh, I know why. Because at my age, I still got to do the job of an 18-year-old. Because we got too many 18-year-olds that don't want to do nothing. I mean, you honestly think that a baby being born today, is going to be building houses or making roads or nothing? No, we're going to have some Tesla robots attacking humans. You know, when I first saw the Terminator, I thought that was sci-fi. That would never happen. Oh boy, was I wrong. Anyway, the Declaration of Independence spells out what we're to do. We're not asked to do it. We're charged to do it. To keep this country going, we are charged as American citizens by our founding fathers to take our country back. Okay? And I don't care if this government says it's insurrection. You know, I'm sure, isn't that what the British said about the colonists? Insurrection? Well, you know what? Insurrection leads to independence. Freedom. The people got to learn to live without the necessities of life for just a little bit. I mean, all these people that we're fighting, you want to beat our military? Take their batteries away from them. They're not required to use the number one tool anymore. That hurts them too much. And then the number two, the physical, well, they don't even know what they got between their legs. I mean, are we honestly too scared to take on that military? The strongest military in the world is all us vets that they got in the civilian world. I can go back there and do my job just like I did it before. Not a problem. So, you know, but, you know, that's what we need to happen. That's what needs to happen this year. You know, I listen to all these prepper channels. No, everybody's afraid to say it. Afraid to sit there and be Paul Revere and start screaming. It's time to organize. You got a group, organize. We don't got a leader yet. But once that leader comes up, and we're organized, and we got the infrastructure set up for all this garbage. So it's going to be a lot of work. It's not going to be just a few pews and it's going to be over with. Okay? Because I guarantee you, this government starts losing, which they will, they'll bring in the United Nations. They'll bring in the United Nations. Not a problem. I mean, these guys are so corrupt, they'd rather sit there and flat out rule us as slaves than let us have our freedom. You know, look at this, working so I can sit there and support people that don't want to do anything. You know, I don't have no mercy for them people. You know, you come out here, all your needs are taken care of. Shelter, food, everything. All you got to do is have ambition to work. We got to hire foreigners because Americans would rather sit on their dead ass in a cardboard box than go to work. Because, you know, the government promised them anything. You know, also, Mr. Government, when you can't feel their hands no more, who do you think's going to be out with the torches and pitchforks hanging your ass? While us conservatives just sit here and watch you go on. Anyway, be right back. I got to close some gates. Oh, I'm back. Finally got a little dose of winter. Not gonna last long, but every little bit of moisture helps. So anyway, we need to do something about this year. I'm sick of waiting for them to make the shoe drop. You know, never wanted to be the tip of the spear, but God darn it, I love my children, and I love my grandchildren, and I will not allow them to live as slaves and do nothing about it. Never. You know, every generation we lost more and more freedoms, and the older you get, the older you realize how much freer you were back when you were younger. And I wasn't even free, really, compared to when this country first started out. I mean, if our government couldn't do it when this back in 1789, then I don't believe our government should be able to do it now. I don't care what rules they came up with and how many people voted. It's all unconstitutional. This stuff is so goofy, what's it gonna take? You know, I'm hiding out here, nothing's gonna happen to me, you know. And these world leaders are too much of wusses to actually fight a war. It's like having a rocket on a damn launch pad that needs 1 million pounds of thrust to get up, and they're only applying 500,000. Yeah, well, people are dying and other people are making money. They don't have a problem with it. Not a single problem with it. You know, all we are is pawns. Go to work, make some money, make sure the rich guy's happy. Don't look at your paycheck to see that you're getting robbed blind. Don't look at such things. You know, it's unbelievably crazy what we're putting up with, and we're paying for it. We're paying for our own abuse. Anyway, this is a call to arms. Anybody loves this country and can deal with this another year from these retarded idiots. The mentally insane are running our country. Okay? It's time to end it. And during the revolution, just everybody who sacrificed to make this country great. And we're going to sit there and stand aside and let them do this. No way. Okay? Call to arms. Get organized. It's time to scare the shit out of them. They want to sit there, Biden, and threaten us with nuclear weapons and hellfire missiles, and that's okay? Threatened us flat out? Well, you know, it's going to be a sad time when you're shaking in your shoes in your bunker, just like Adolf Hitler was. Are you going to off yourself too, instead of face justice? I know your son will, but you just may be a little bit too conceited where you won't. Anyway, call to arms, everybody. Call to arms. It's time it's been said. The British are coming. The British are coming! What are you going to do? Anyway, this is the Lone Wolf Prepper. Talk to you later.